This is a jigsaw puzzle generator I found on the web. I think I found this listed on the Next Wave forums. Anyway, they're probably be put together by kiddos. So let's just say we wanted that many. So we could have been done as easy as 6 by 6, as you can see, and that's probably pretty close to what I ended up using on this puzzle maker. But anyway, it'll generate that, and you just download it, and it just creates a importable file. So we'll do that right there, and then we'll just open the file, and there it is there. If you just save that and import that into Aspire, which we'll go ahead and show you, then it'll get a little darker. But anyway, so that's that, and then as far as the settings, 20% power. I've got a 20-watt atom stack. It's a Shark atom stack. 100% move speed, just cutting on my standard stuff, and my Next Wave laser. And that was that one. And then for the cutout, I'm using 100% with a move speed of 8, and it cut through it pretty good. It didn't have to burn it too bad. It burned it a little bit, but not too bad. And of course, whenever you cut this out, I cleaned it with some denatured alcohol. Just wiped down all the pieces, the edges, so it didn't get all sooty everywhere. But anyway, so we did that, and then did pretty good. I do want to remind you, when you set your calculation, that you put on a laser, your rapid Z, put it to 0.0001, so that it's not going up and down between all of those. And you need to always check that for the laser, otherwise it. And I did make a mistake of having my datum down here into the corner, which caused me to have a little bit of a glitch there on the first one. I stopped it before it did too much, but when I was starting that, I thought, oh, that's off center. But anyway, all right, this is dried overnight enamel, crystal clear enamel, sprayed 2 coats yesterday, allowed to dry, and then I put another coat on it probably about 7 o'clock last night, and here it is about 9 o'clock on the next morning, so it's had quite a bit of time to dry. I'm wondering to see if the soot generated by the laser will come off this with just wiping it. And I'm going to cut this into a puzzle, and we're going to get ready to do that right now. So we're going to load up our device. Go down here to puzzle, Ranger on puzzle, and let me make sure I got the right one on there. I got the right one in there. I've got the little magnet sticking it to my waffle board. Of course, my jigs sits inside a 1/4-inch piece of plywood that's anchored to the board, so everything's nice and straight. And again, this is glued on here, a piece of cardstock, shiny cardstock with three layers of dried acrylic that's been dried for probably about 12 hours, 13 hours maybe. And so hopefully we'll see how this comes out. So we're going to cut this out. And of course, I need to turn on the old dust collector up there. And what that's doing is that's venting everything outside, so that we're not going to be smelling any of the laser dust or anything like that. So we're going to go next. Click OK. And we should be good. I'm going to stop this for a minute, just double check my my 0, make sure that it's good. And we're just going to hit this, move to 0. And we're going to make sure that this comes down about right. And the V-bit should come down just a little bit above that, and it's pretty good. Okay, and I'm going to go away and look at our gap between. Open up my case here. Go check it with my jig. See where my height is. And it's just a little bit high, so I'm going to unscrew that screw and drop it down a little bit. Let's see. Of course, I want to turn on the laser assist, layer assist, and you can feel that thing just a running. So now she's blowing air. So let's get that thing to running. USB. There we go. There. Click next. Okay. and click start. Tell me to put on my laser glasses, which I've got them on, and away she goes. So hopefully this enamel is going to stay good and not allow the soot. The white will definitely show it up if it's going to be a part of it. But anyway, about 20 minutes, come out here, almost 21 and a half minutes, we'll come out and check on this and see how it's doing. And there we go. So we'll let that thing run. In the meanwhile, we'll throw the toy with that little girl. Bring your toy over here. You want to bring your toy over here? Huh? You hear that laser popping? Yeah, it's over there moving that board up and down, isn't it? Okay. Bring your toy. Yeah, there we go. There she goes. Out into the yard. She'll do that all day long. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Rain, sleet, snow, it doesn't matter to her. But she also likes to take a bath every now and then and go get in the bathtub, don't you? Right now, she's all business about throwing. We're going to let her do that for a little bit. See if we can get her muddy again. It's going to be 48 degrees today, which is nice. And then today, the snow and rain's supposed to set in this evening. It's going to drop down to about 16 degrees tomorrow and the next couple days. And then on Tuesday, we're supposed to get some inches of snow. So, and Southern Missouri, you know how it goes. We always have fun times for that. And there's my Pinewood Derby trailer, ready to roll at the moment of a phone call. There she is telling me I need to pick that up, get that going. She keeps looking at me and looking at that. She is one smart cookie, aren't you? You're a good girl, aren't you? Okay, here we go. All right, that thing's over there cut away. And I need to get back on my kiln stuff. Right now I'm in the puzzle mode. And there we go. I've taken all my clamps off of my bandsaw and put it in over there in the Pinewood Derby trailer, her Ranger Derby trailer, so I can go around and help outposts cut out their Pinewood Derby cars. Anyway, these are all loaded down on my 12-inch bandsaw frame down below, and so I took it as a time just to spray them down with some WD-40 and give them a little cleaning, and there they are, waiting to get my bandsaw back in here. And right now I'm kind of enjoying the extra room because it's minus a scroll saw and a bandsaw and some other stuff that sits in here. So this building just needs to be a little bit bigger, but I make do. So there we go. All right, there she is making her cuts, and I've got my power set on this 20-watt atom stack laser. Next Wave sells it, but it's an atom stack. And I've got it set at a 100% power, 7 inches per minute move speed, and that's at VCar's settings. And that's doing pretty good. Plywood's kind of a fun thing to cut. It runs into different glues and different layers of wood, and so sometimes you think you're cutting through it and then it doesn't. So I had on one of my other ones where I didn't cut all the way through, and I had made a mistake of lasering the curve twice, which that made. Do you see that jump? That surprised me. That's the aluminum underneath that getting hot, and it's causing it to pop. So anyway, that was kind of fun, and I got that on video. Anyhow, it's going through there and going to town. You can see the smoke off to the right there, so it's going through. And again, I had my power at 8, and it wasn't quite cutting through, so I moved it down to 7, and that kind of thing. If it doesn't cut through there, I'm not going to laser it again. I'll basically put it on a board and put a cleat on the back side of it, and I'll run it through my drum sander, the machine, my 13-inch drum sander. So we'll do it that way. So, all right. I had put 2 coats on one of them, and then let it dry overnight. It was out in the coat rods, and then
put in my office and let it dry overnight. And it didn't leave any soot on my design, but that was at 8 speed. So I don't know if the increase of speed is what's causing the soot to get on there or not. But anyway, I let this other one that's in here dry overnight, and so we'll find out. And then I also sprayed the back side and the front side both on the block of wood with the spray to see. And I don't know, the 7 moving at 7 may be too hot for it, so we'll find out. It's always settings that we got to mess with on this stuff. Find out when we wipe it off. All right, it's going around the perimeter, cutting it. It's right at 52% done. It's got to cut the horizontal jigsaw pieces yet. And we're going down through there, and laser just basically hitting on top of the magnet right there, and it'll actually score that magnet, and it'll cause it to break at the very edge of it. So the heat causes it to break. Now it's going horizontally across it, cutting out the little jigs and the zags and stuff like that. So around at 53%, and we'll let her rip. See how she comes out. All right, 20 minutes, and it's carved. Let's see what she looks like. I see some overburn there. Hopefully that'll wipe off. All right, that slid right off of the laser and just onto the plywood. I'm gonna get some alcohol and see if I can get that off with alcohol or white vinegar. All right, we tried wiping that with the denatured alcohol. We're gonna try a little bit with a white vinegar. Diluted with water to 4% acidity. Okay, this is the white vinegar cleanup, and this is the denatured alcohol cleanup. And I just went through this line right here with a wet denatured alcohol. Of course, it smudged a little bit. I'm going to go over this line with a white vinegar. All right. The white vinegar does actually a little better job of cleaning. The only problem is the amount of elbow effort is considerable, and if you're not careful, you'll start wearing through your paper, and it'll start smudging up. Now, I don't know if that could be taken care of with an extra, couple coats of spray enamel. Verdict's not out, but those are two of the containers of just your denatured alcohol and your white vinegar. And it's kind of funny to me that the other setting at 8, I didn't get the soot so much on that other cutout. So kind of a different thing. All right, I'm going to spray the back of these with some spray premium clear gloss enamel just to put a coat over it so that I don't get the soot all over them. And let me go ahead and get that done real quick. All right, I'm going to put another coat over the back side of that with that clear enamel. And there she is right there. That'll seal the back side of those puzzles. All right, that's the second coat on the clear gloss enamel on the back of them. I'm going to turn them over and put the polyacrylic on them. Alright, we're going to put this polyacrylic. It's a polyurethane, water-based, and fast drying. We're going to put this over the top of these now. Spray them down and see how this does. There we go. So let's put a coat on it. Alright, 59 degrees. In the shop. Got a couple heaters going. And I've got a couple coats on there, and we'll see what we got. It don't look like my contact adhesive is doing a very good job of staying down there, so maybe a waste of time. Popping up on me, getting kind of wrinkly. Alright, that stuff saved the day. I was able to get them pull them off of there and stick them, just lay them over there on the saw, and then spray that with that both sides and lay it back down. And hopefully it's not going to wrinkle, but I think it's going to stick. So there we go. And yeah, so anyway, don't go any more than 200 on your count for the spray, because the other's headliner spray, and it'll get wild on there, and it doesn't hold as well for paper. So there you go. All right, I'm taking a second coat on this after it's been adhered. So this will be the third extra coat of the poly, now that it's actually sticking to the board. And so we'll put another coat of the poly on there and then let it dry overnight. And this is the Minwax Polyacrylic third coat. Alright, I've been wearing this One Step Harbor Freight disposable, and I've been using that, and it works good. I've got another one up there as a backup, and you know, it's a good mask, and you can't smell anything when you've got it on. Of course, I don't have it on right now, but you know, I've got the vents on and stuff. Anyway, so there's my polyacrylic in there. It's got its drying out. I'll go ahead and turn off the heater and a dust collector. Let's see what the temperature's in here right now. It's 62 degrees, 50% humidity. And we'll turn off the old dust collector. And turn off the shop vac or the heater. Okay. Here we go. We'll just kind of let this set out here, and hopefully we'll be able to laser them out tomorrow. We'll find out.